friends, this is Tuesday the 14th, and I'm going to do a day in the life today. I haven't done one of those in quite some time, since before Christmas, I think. So anyway, I'm starting off with a cup of coffee this morning, and I wanted to share with you what I have in my coffee. Of course, I have fiber and I have gelatin because that boosts the coffee up and makes me feel full. And the green stuff is this moringa powder. I first heard about moringa, and specifically this brand, from a YouTuber, The Big Family Homestead. And he was singing the praises of moringa for pain relief. And this was a while ago. This was like over a year ago. And I thought it was interesting. I looked into it a little bit, but I didn't really look into it too much. Well, then there's another YouTube channel that I watch, and I cannot remember the name of it. I'll insert that here. But she is a naturopath doctor, and she was talking about moringa, and she was talking about the same exact brand that Brad from the Big Family Homestead was talking about. And she went into more detail about how it's better, it's more than just for pain relief, and that there has been some positive results. I don't know what the word is, but it shows positivity for helping with gut problems, gastritis, ulcers, IBS, Crohn's, all kinds of gut issues. So that's what won me over to decide to start trying it. I've been using it for several weeks now, and I think it does help. It gives me a lot of energy, for one thing, which can be a problem when you have IBS. But anyway, that's what the green stuff is in my coffee. The only thing about it is that it does not completely dissolve. So while I'm drinking my coffee, I keep a spoon in there and I give it a stir down at the bottom before I, every so often. And then at the very end, the last gulp of my coffee, there's a little bit of graininess to it, but it's not that big a deal. They have this moringa in capsules, and in powder, obviously, and then in liquid. And I ordered all three. Scott has started taking the capsules because it supposedly will help lower your blood pressure if you take it. And his blood pressure at his last physical was just like on the border of having to have his medicine increased. And so he goes back in March for a recheck. And so I'm hoping that with the moringa, his blood pressure will be down, and they will either not have to increase his medication or take him off of blood pressure medication altogether or lower it. So that would be awesome. So that's why I put him on that, and he said he would prefer the capsules. I got this from Amazon, all three, the liquid, the powder, and the capsules. And I will leave a link in the description box below. This is not a sponsored video. I don't get anything from it, so I just wanted to share it with you, and you can look into it yourself and have the easy links if you decide to order some. The other reason I'm sharing with you my coffee today is because I'm trying this creamer for the first time. If you saw my grocery haul, you saw that Kroger had to substitute this for the kind I usually drink. The kind I usually drink is made from soy milk. This is made from coconut milk. This has less sugar in it, etc., etc. A whole lot better for me. So I'm hoping I really like it, and then I can switch off of this soy creamer onto this, because I know too much soy is not good for you. So I'm going to go ahead and make my coffee up and taste it, and then I'll let you know my first impressions of this creamer. One of you asked me to let you know what I thought of it, because you are looking for a healthier creamer as well. Here's my coffee with the creamer in it. and I have tasted it, and first impressions, it tastes good. It doesn't have any kind of weird taste. It doesn't have any kind of weird, sometimes with coconut milk creamers, there's oil in it, and then the oil like floats to the top, and it has this weird oily, like grease slick look on the top of your coffee, which there's nothing wrong with it. It just looks disconcerting, and so if you're not used to that, it can be off-putting. It doesn't have any of that. The flavor is really good. You can definitely taste the vanilla. The downside to it is that I did put more in than I did for my soy creamer, and the color of my coffee is still darker than with the soy creamer. I usually, the way I judge how much creamer, I don't measure. I just dump it in, and when my coffee gets to the right color, then I know there's enough creamer in it. And this coffee is just a smidgen darker than it would have been with the soy creamer. But when I tasted it, it doesn't taste bitter or anything. So I just have to, my mind has to get used to the coffee being a little bit of a darker shade than I'm used to. But so far, first impressions is that it's pretty good. Now I have 2 cartons of this to finish because they had to substitute 2 cartons, and I'm not going to make my final decision on whether I'm going to, buy this from now on until after I finish at least this carton and maybe both cartons. But so far, it's not too bad. Hi friends, it's a couple hours later now, and I've spent the last 10 minutes trying to get the lighting right for this this sit-down part of my video. I have so many obstacles because I don't want to be backlit, but my lighting is bad unless it's a sunny day. But if it's too sunny of a day, then I have that problem. Well, today's kind of an overcast day, so I was trying to find a place where I'm not backlit, but yet my glasses don't reflect in the lighting. And I see that they're still reflecting, which is very annoying. So let me change that. Another 10 minutes of fiddling around. This is the best it's gonna get. I have been all over the house. I've done different kinds of lighting combinations, and this is the best that I can get without getting too much reflection in my glasses. It's a little bit bright coming down here, but like I was saying, on these gloomy days, I have the hardest time with lighting in this house. It is ridiculous. I have got to invest in some lighting. If any of you YouTubers use lighting, give me ideas of what I can get. Not expensive. I don't want to go expensive. I want to go like as cheap as I can get, but good lighting. I'm thinking about getting some of those ring lights. Anyway, the struggles of videoing yourself. Anyway, hello. It's been a couple of hours since I showed you my coffee and stuff this morning. Since then, I went down and I paid bills and did my banking and balanced my checkbook. That's what I'm trying to say. Although I don't physically have much of a checkbook anymore. These days people do so many things online and with debit cards and such that you don't physically have a checkbook too much anymore, but I still do occasionally write a check. So anyway, did my banking, got that all done. Then I went out and did my portion of the chores. Olivia's still in bed. She's got to get up soon though. got myself showered, and I am now ready for the rest of this day. The lipstick that I'm wearing is new, and it's Maybelline, and it's called Red For Me. And it's much brighter than I typically wear, and I feel a little bit self-conscious wearing it, but I wanted to wear it today on the video because I wanted to get your guys' opinion of it. Do you think it suits me? Do you think it's too bright? Do you think it's makes me look too old? I mean, because I remember, like, usually the older people, older grandmas wear really bright lipstick, although my daughter wears it, and that's why I thought, well, maybe I could pull it off. But do you think I can pull it off? Just let me know what you think down in the comments. I have worn it a couple of times out in public, but I've put it on and then blotted it really well, and then I covered it with this Maybelline Touch of Spice lipstick, and it toned it down quite a bit. And then, like, Sunday when I wore it, I put this on first, and then I just took this and like dabbed it on and rubbed it in. And so I have been too afraid to wear it all by itself in public, so just let me know. Boost my confidence a little bit, you guys, because sometimes I feel really self-conscious about things, and this is one of them. Bright red lipstick. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be kind of a chatty catch-up video, and I'm wearing a tank top because I am so overheated. I may end up putting a sweater on though before we're done. This is the first vlog that I have done since before Christmas, I believe, and I took a nice long break from YouTube, which was very nice, very relaxing, although, you know, between Christmas and New Year's is always very busy. I was off of work for that time, which was also really nice. Although I have to admit that towards the end of that break, I was getting kind of bored at home, kind of ready to get back to a regular routine of things. But then after January 1st was very nice. New Year's Eve, we went to some friend's house. We stayed till almost midnight. It was like around 11-ish, I think, when we went home. I didn't bother to watch the ball drop because I really don't care about that. So just being honest, don't really care about it. But I was up past midnight. Olivia and I wished each other Happy New Year, and then New Year's Day was just very chilled out. Didn't do a whole lot of anything. And then on January 2nd, I have been going since January 2nd. It has been ridiculous. January 2nd, I went back to work and we did inventory. I put in 22 hours in 2 days at work. And then that was Thursday, Friday. Then Saturday, I worked about 6 hours. And I've put in a lot of hours since then, more than normal, because my boss has been sick. She came to inventory on January 2nd, coughing and coughing and coughing and coughing. And she's just like, oh, I'm not contagious, I'm not contagious. I think it's allergies. I'm not really sure what it is, but I'm not contagious. That was Thursday. Friday, she was coughing even worse, and she had a really hoarse voice, but she was there. And then Saturday, she had asked me if I could come in the afternoon and work because she had one more family event, family Christmas to go to. So I was getting ready for work, and I got a text message from her saying, can you come in a half hour early? So I was pretty much ready to go, so I went in, and she greeted me basically at the door saying, thank goodness you're here. My husband's going to be taking me to the ER. And I'm like, what? She had developed a fever, and she thought she couldn't breathe, and she thought she had pneumonia. So anyway, I covered for her that day, and I closed up the store, and she texted me and said she does not have pneumonia, but she has bronchitis. Bronchitis is not contagious. It's a bacterial infection, but it settles in after a virus. And the virus is what she spread the love and gave to me and gave to my coworker, Mike. Put my sweater on. I knew I was going to wind up getting chilly, but yeah. So I've had this throat thing, and I sound so much better today. I think I'm finally over it. I'm on the upswing of getting better, which is good because I go back to work tomorrow. But yeah, me and my coworker both ended up with sore throat, cough, and this gunky sounding voice. And I never actually felt sick, which is exactly what my boss said. I don't feel sick. I don't think I'm contagious. Well, whatever this virus is probably the best virus you can get, because I never really felt sick. I never really had lack of energy. I had a little bit of a lack of energy, but nothing too bad. I had a cough, but it wasn't horrible. I still have a little bit of a cough. No fever. A little bit of a sore throat, but usually by the afternoon the sore throat was gone. The main thing was I just lost my voice and got really raspy and hoarse. The worst I felt was actually yesterday morning. I woke up and I just had a little bit of a headache, and I had hardly any voice at all, and I thought, oh great, it is going to be turning into something worse. But today I feel so much better. Yeah, and I think I'm getting over it. I personally think that it didn't settle into me as bronchitis because I have been taking large doses of vitamin C. I've been taking large doses of elderberry. I've been taking large doses of moringa. And was there something else? No, I think that's about it. Moringa, elderberry, and vitamin C. And I really think that has made a big difference, and that's why I never really got super sick, and I'm getting over it. I mentioned in my grocery haul that Olivia has been fighting something. It was in her left ear. She said her ear hurt, her throat hurt on the left side, her sinuses hurt, her eye hurt. And we'd been treating that with the same thing I'd been doing, elderberry, vitamin C, lots of fluids, and stuff like that. And she seemed to be getting better. And so I thought, oh great, we're going to avoid having to take her to the doctor. Well, then Sunday morning she woke up and she's like, Mom, my ear's hurting again. My eye, she says, my eye really hurts, like her eyelid and like back into her sinuses behind her eye. But the thing that got to be the most kind of like concerning to me was that she developed these lumps back behind her ear, behind her left ear. And, my mother passed away from lymphoma. And so anytime there's lumps involved, I get a little bit nervous. And I didn't portray that to Olivia at all. I didn't let her know that I was feeling a little bit concerned about that. But I told her that, okay, enough's enough. We're going to take you to the doctor. So I called first thing yesterday as much as I could. I told the lady on the phone, I said, look, I know I sound like the one that needs to see the doctor, but it's actually for my daughter. And so we got Olivia in, and she does not have an ear infection. She actually has a sinus infection. And those lumps behind her ear are lymph nodes, which I didn't even know that lymph nodes went all the way behind your ear. And the doctor said, yeah, you can have them behind your ear, and you can actually have them at the base of your skull on the back of your neck too. And I had no idea. But he said they're swollen lymph nodes, nothing to be concerned about. They should go down. He said they'll probably be the last thing that goes away, but nothing to worry about. So we got her some antibiotics that she's on, and she should be right as rain. With the antibiotics, she has to take them for 10 days. He said she should be feeling better within a day or two. So that was really nice. While we were in town, after we left the doctor, I wanted to give the pharmacy a chance to get her prescription ready. So we stopped at Salvation Army, and I was really disappointed. I thought there might be a lot in there because a lot of people are like decluttering and getting rid of things after Christmas. Maybe I went too soon. Maybe I'll go back in a couple of weeks and see again. But not only did they not have a lot of stuff, they had very little stuff. I mean, their shelves were kind of empty. So it was really discouraging. I did pick up a couple of things I wanted to share with you. I picked up this really pretty white pillow, perfect condition, and it's by the, let's see, Cynthia Rowley company. I've never heard of it, and I've already washed it and dried it, and so it's going to go downstairs on my couch downstairs. And I paid $6.99 for it, which I didn't think was a fabulous deal. But when we were in Walmart waiting for her prescription, I was looking at pillows there, and pillows at Walmart, like brand new, are way more than $6.99. So I think I got a pretty good deal there. Every day at Salvation Army, they have a different colored tag that's 50% off. And the tag yesterday was tan tags. And I didn't see one single tan tag. So it's like nothing, I got nothing for 50% off. So the other items that I picked up were some pottery items, I guess you would call them. I don't know. I got this little pitcher. I love creamer jars, and this is so pretty. This is not milk glass. It's really quite lightweight, and there's no markings on the bottom that I can see. I paid $3.99 for it, and it's got that number. No idea what that number means. There may be a mark underneath the price tag. It's really, no, there's not. So I really have no idea what this is, but I just love little white pitchers, and I love the grapes on it, and so I picked that up. And then the other thing I picked up was a set of a sugar and creamer set, because like I said, I love especially little white pitchers, but I love creamer pitchers. And so it was, the two of them were for $4.99 for the set, and it's just this brown and tan pottery. So you can see I've paid $4.99 for the two of them, and there's absolutely no markings on the bottom at all. So I have absolutely no idea what these are, where they come from, but I'm not really into that. I don't resell, so I like old things, and it's really cool when I do find something that's old, but I don't buy stuff to resell it. So where it comes from and the maker's mark and all of that stuff's not really that important to me. But I wanted to share those with you. It wasn't enough to do an entire video on, but I wanted to include that in this video. I also wanted to share with you some friend mail. I got this card. It's from my friend Sherry in Minnesota. She makes these cards, and I think they're just beautiful. And she sent this to me for Christmas. I got it last week, I believe. She also included in the card some vanilla bean pods, and she said that I could try my hand at making homemade vanilla extract. Well, I have no clue how to do that, so I guess I'll have to look it up online. I know typically you use like vodka to make it, but I am not a drinker. I have not one single drop of alcohol in this house, and I would feel incredibly weird going to the store and buying it. So I'm gonna have to see if there's any way to make vanilla extract without using alcohol. I don't know if it's possible, but I'll see. If you guys know of any way to do that, let me know. You know, send me to the right link so I can read about it, but it may not be possible, but we'll see. But anyway, I wanted to thank Sherry for sending me this card and for sending me the vanilla beans. It was very, very thoughtful, and I appreciate it a lot. In my Motivational Monday video that I uploaded on Monday of this week, I had asked if you guys would be interested in seeing a home tour of my everyday decor. And many of you said yes, you would like to see that. So be looking for that in the future. I will hopefully get that done by the end of January. If it's not uploaded by the end of January, it will be by the 1st of February for sure. But I enjoy sharing my home with you, and I'm glad you wanted to see that. So I will definitely be filming that video for you. Okay, I have got to get going. I'm not sure what I'm going to do today. This is the first day since January 2nd that I have not had to go somewhere, do something, or whatever. So I get to just stay home today. And I'm so glad, because then I have to work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then I'll get Saturday, Sunday off, and then I have to work Monday of next week. So this is my last day to just kind of putter around the house and relax. I do have a little bit of cleaning I need to do. And I'm kind of feeling like baking something. I haven't decided yet though. It's not like we need it or anything, but it's kind of in the mood to bake something. So we'll just see. We'll see what the day brings. I did decide to bake, and this is what I'm going to make. The coconut brown sugar coffee cake. And I will have the recipe written in the description box below. Alright friends, I think I'm going to end my vlog here. Thank you so much for joining me today and spending the day with me. It was fun chatting with you and getting kind of caught up on the things that's been happening in the last couple of weeks. And so yeah, I will let you know how that cake tastes when we have it with our dinner tonight. And I will, as always, put the recipe in the description box below as it is written in the book, not how I changed it up. I always change things up to suit our tastes and our dietary needs. So anyway, thanks so much for watching, friends, and we will talk to you later. Bye-bye. Here it is all done, and it was absolutely delicious. I recommend that you give this a try.